as long as you're proactive in other areas.
100%, and they're question-pinging Teemo right now. The side of Baggy Pampers spotted him out on the top side, and they're saying, go, 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 this dragon's ours. And at a certain point, we have to ask ourselves, what dragon are they actually going to pull the trigger and say, enough's enough? It's time for us to get the objective instead. We do see Please Investigate having a run.
Lucid, he popped the ghost to get a little bit closer, and since it is going to be tagged up a little bit, rooted, flag dragon, yeah, they don't even want him getting even any closer. Wanted to try and see if the dragon was within smiting range. Unfortunately, it was not, and now this is going to be the egress back onto them. Dems and Pingo, they might be in quite a bit of trouble here. Lucid trying to make ways toward the fight. Nard just focusing the drag. Lucid trying to zone out, Please Investigate. Who else will die? Flash over the wall. Lucid avoids the dragon, flag and drag, but gets hit by the Cataclysm. Dems and Dark Pingu. What else can they do? Please Investigate, just trying to hold on to a little bit sliver of life. Flashes away, wants to see if he can make his way out of this jungle, but Nard slowly dying, doesn't manage to get it. It's a 1-for-1 there. Dark Pingu should be able to pick up Please Investigate. A lot of people die, a lot of action in that bot side, but ultimately, it's BP coming away with a bunch of kills and the dragon.
Yeah, Nard and Please Investigate showing us why they're one of the best jungle mid duos in the league. They showed us the exact same synergy that they had in their series versus Team Q, where they're just constantly playing around each other's strengths. We saw a very good dive from Nard onto Lucid, which immediately was followed up by some damage from the Orianna and resulted in his death and the dragon take.
Polaris, that's the end for you, buddy. Unfortunately, you're not close enough to your tower to survive this one. He gets to get over the resurrection. The passive's going to pop. It's Silver. Not going to be able to keep the passive up for too much longer, but yeah, it's just going to repop it now. Ooh, flashwave players might be able to turn this. That's the shielding, the passive damage, the auto! Silver gets it in the 1v1. Huge outplay for the Mordekaiser on the top side. Silver! But no, I mean, to your point, like, you would expect to kind of see more out of this, and right now, I mean, no disrespect to Silvermans, but I think that the Teemo is just not proving to be the pick right now. I mean, since it's going to get locked in this ultimate, he's going to try and do what he can, but he's just going to passively burn down. He lived for about 5 seconds in there, and then that was over. So I think whatever value that they thought they were getting out of this Teemo, it's just not happening right now. And they're losing a lot across the map because of it.
Yeah, if you have no, like, let's actually watch this. It's a lot of damage.
Dems is going to miss the Arcane Barrage. Dank still ticking. It's going to be the curtain call. Dank Pingu going to be the next to drop, but they need to try and get out of here. Gaming Lord just on a sliver of health. Isn't going to live, though, as Ezreal's going to pick up the kill there. Baby Josh might be the next on the menu. Is going to be able to get underneath the turret, so it will just be a 2-for-1 in the end in favor of BP, but surely this bot lane turret's going to fall. So I get the point of, like, you know, the potential value of, like, he's trying to trade something, and yeah, he's stealing away the camps, but then you have to follow that up with, like, you know, you have to be proactive in some way, and so it's like, okay, you spent all that time on the bot side. Where are the shrooms? Where is the aggressive vision? Where's the clearing out of the enemy's vision? Where is potentially setting up flanks? Like, I'm not seeing any of that, and so to me, that signals, like, from an individual standpoint, like, hey, maybe they're calling it mentally quits on this specific game, or they're going to try again. Obviously, we don't know what they're talking about, but to me, it's like, I'm not impressed with the Teemo, and I'm left wishing that it was something else.
Yeah, I guess we'll just have to wait and see, you know, if the game just ends right now, or if they actually are able to stall it out, and then, but presumably, yes, they know that what position they're in. They probably are discussing, hey, you know, what are we going to start drafting next game? Let's use this time to give us a little bit more preparation going into that next set. And you know, if I'm Silvermains, I'm probably just going to lose gracefully here, try to keep the game going as long as I can. But ultimately, all that Baggy Pampers needs to do is group 5 and push mid, because they know that Teemo is going to be taking their camps on the other side of the map.
Yeah, I mean, and there's not even a wave being cut right now, so this is going to be free base egress. I mean, he should have backed a long time ago to try and set up the base defense for this, because there was always going to be an egress here. Yep, this is just going to be, Please Investigate, going unstoppable. Ezreal is dead. That is an inhibitor down. The base is effectively cracked here for the side.
They still have ultimates.
Yep.
Yeah. Baggy Pampers still has all their ultimates. All they need is one wave here, and I think it gets cracked open.
Yep. This, I think, is going to be a massive draft question when they go back and look at this one. Zahin going to try and get on top of it. Polaris, not really much going on. Gets caught up in the Cataclysm. Nami keeping everybody healthy, but the Elder Dragon is just lasering people down, and Sunset is the next to go. Double kill for Please Investigate, and this should just be the final touches on this first round of this first loser bracket matchup. And Baggy Pampers, they are playing with a vengeance right now. They want to get straight back into winning ways, so they're going to cap it off with a win on this, the first win of this series. They're going to knock down this final Nexus turret, put the final damage in. Lucid, not even safe under the turret. Please Investigate, going legendary. Third kill, shut down over to the Ezreal, but it's just a cosmetic comeback. The final touch is going to be put on the Nexus. And Black Mage, they're on match point already.
Yeah, they're on match point.
And Silvermanes, they are fighting for their tournament lives. BP, they are looking to put Silvermanes away, get back to winning ways, and extend their chances in not only this this tournament, but then also the chances to win that sweet, sweet loot. I mean, they're in a really good position right now. I think for Silvermanes, you're kind of... Oh, there we go. Here's the gank that we were talking about. You had to be cognizant of it. Yep. It's going to be the Stand United. Silver is going to manage to get his way out of this one. There's going to be the fear, but it's going to walk him towards the turret. Can he survive just a little bit longer? Wukong with the ultimate. They didn't manage to get him, but there should be no return here. Oh, he's going to go to the Cyclone. Wants to try and knock down Glacier. That's going to be the second kill going over to BP. Can they make it a third? They want to try and knock down this Shin, but no. They're just going to be happy with what they've got for now, and they're just going to walk out. Silver may not be, though. Slice, dies, has the Ignite, and taunted him. Shut down, though. Manages to get something for his trouble, and Nard can only watch as his top laner goes down an extended fight, but ultimately coming out ahead for BP. So, I mean, but honestly, if it is doing flat, like if there's a damage calculation where it makes more sense to build armor pin, then yeah, that's the right call. That's going to be the Paranoia landed, though, and yeah, that's the ultimate instant getting away. That was a lot committed. Now they're going to try to get a Cyclone on top of 3. Glacier's surely going to be the first to go down. Dark Pengu on the wrong side of this one. Dems trying to get anything done. The health bar so low, wants to get something. Lucid goes out the ultimate, but it's traded for the Vayne in the end. Jungler is down for both teams. Neither can look to take this objective. They will just walk away, but it's a 1-4-2 in the end. BP still coming out on top. Ooh, the root thrown back, and Lucid got his way out of that one. You even pull back from that play, because at that point, you're so far in, like, you just have to continue to get something, because you're not going to get out. Like, you've been completely rotated on. You've already pushed so far into the jungle. But we may not have the opportunity to find out here. Glacier wants to try and get in. That Smite's going to miss. He smited way, way too early. But the health bar's going low. It's only on to the clone. 1 cent fleeing. Renekton in the middle of multiple people, though. It's a triple kill. What else can he get done? Polaris trying to see if he can intervene in any way, shape, or form. Lucid flashing out, trying to survive. Gets hit by the charm. It's a quadra kill for Silver in the jungle. And maybe for a moment it looked like it was going to go well for Silvermanes. But the Croc in the river said absolutely not today. Wherever that guy is, go the opposite direction. Find someone else to kill. Because if he has anybody near him to help him, it's gonna be very, very difficult. Paranoia coming out. This might be the answer. Flash out. The fear never actually landed. It's going to be the Glacier on top of multiple, but Cyclone buying just a little bit of time. They got one. They got the Caitlyn. They got the Karma. That might have been what they needed. Please investigate. Gets over the wall. Nard to follow. It's a 3v5. 30 seconds before the dragon. The death timers are going to be a little bit longer, but they can still run out. They need to try and find something else here. Get this Croc would be the answer. If you take him down, this team fight gets so much easier. But he might be killing Dim straight through the shit, and in fact, he does. He's unstoppable. Now what else can they do? They've got to throw everything at this Crocodile. They will eventually knock him down, but it becomes incredibly expensive. Nard might be the next to follow. If the jungler falls, this dragon is free. Please investigate. Just wants to buy a little bit of space. Gets taunted. Nard down. This is the way back into the game. Silvermanes, it's on a platter, and they make the most of it. They're going to go towards the drag. They may have found their way back into this game.
It's an absolute miracle. The fact that Demps goes down was such a bad play, but they immediately turn it into an immediate turnaround. They kill Nard. They kill Silver. They're going to be able to get the strike.
Oh, this is not going to be uncontested, though. Please, what do they want to do? Please investigate. And the Gaming Lord, they're trying to make something happen to this. They're going to at least get one. Can they get in there? No, they managed to steal it. They get the drag, but can they manage to get out alive? Polaris didn't get close enough to get the taunts off. Now he's going to die. They get 2 kills for 1 dragon. And at the end of a very long team fight, BP, I think they're okay with that. They would have liked to get the drag, but it's definitely not the end of the world. Yep. Here's the Paranoia. It's a 1v2. Will he manage to get out of this one? Pops the Dominus, just trying to create a little bit of space, but there is just so much damage. It's not even to slow it forward. Taunt underneath the turret. They managed to knock down the Crocodile once again. Silver systematically being picked out in this top side exactly like they need to do. But what can they do with it? It gives them a temporary reprieve, allows them to push out the top wave, but they are not getting anything else on the map right now. Cyclone on the 2. Dems might be the next to go down. Stand United to keep him safe. Wants to go right back in. Wants to return the damage. The middle ult on top of everything. Nard is the next to fall out of a fight that he picked. Please investigate into the backside. Manages to get Lucid. What else can he get? Wants to get Dips as well. Double kill Polaris. Trying to buy just a little bit more space while the R's continue to do damage. It's a triple kill. Knocks him down. Polaris to fall. Gaming Lord Lord turns it back around. It looked so good there for a minute. It looked like maybe Silvermaids were going to get a little bit more than they wanted, but BP turns it around with a fantastic fight. Want the Caitlyn, they want the Ahri. They want to burst those 2 damage dealers out before they can get anything done. Meanwhile, though, on that bottom side, Nard is doing damage to the Baron. Can they get out? Follow it from Braum. That's the ultimate attack on top of people. Now Baby Josh is the next to fall. Lucid absolutely tearing through multiple people. Nard, though, still managing to survive for now. The Dragon absolutely discarded. They were trying to buy time for him to do it, but that ended up working. As Silvermaids, they've aggressed completely on top of them. Police Investigate just wanted to see if he could find something through the red buff pit, but came away with nothing. 2 down for the side of BP. Only 2 down also, I think, for the side of Silvermaids. But most importantly, the jungler's still up. That's going to be their 3rd Dragon of the game. It's going to teleport. Oh,
they need to be so careful here. Please Investigate is looking for 4 kills right now. He's going to be able to get something off. If he gets a taunt off, this is their Dragon.
Yeah. Polaris,
they should have it.
They should be able to get this, and yep, the Dragon's gonna go there. That's their 3rd. One is the ultimate. Silvermaids doesn't seem to know this is happening. Okay, yeah, they came out of that brush just a little too early. Charm on top of the Braum, not necessarily the target you want, but you'll take a free kill. No Paranoia to answer right now. Shin on the bot side. Is this a potential return for Baron? Dims caught out, Paranoia added, wants to get on top of the Ahri, goes into the Golden Stasis. The redemption on top of that. 2 dead. It might be 3. Glacier goes down. Oh no, Silvermaids. They thought that they had an opportunity, but they got caught. This is going to be the end of the game. Polaris running for the hills. No minion wave yet, so they can't necessarily end the game. They don't have any minions. They have the grubs. That's not going to be enough. They're going to reset. They're going to go look to Baron. Huge pick for BP. Yeah, this positioning is just, it's so fraught. Polaris, he's going to knock down his turret. He's level 20. He's not at all scared of Silver.
Not even a little bit. He's going to be able to just stay in this, and that's a good thing.
Glacier, if he goes down here, this is Baron. They cannot afford to lose this teleport from the side of Fernex, and the Shen using the Stand United tried to get there as well, but he was dead. The target he wanted to go to is now dead. That surely means the Baron for Baggy Pampers. Surely this is going to be the end of the game. Shen is just going to try to do something to trade on that bot side. Is anybody teleporting away? No, he's still being unanswered. He's going to for sure get at least 1 inhibitor. 3 on the Baron. Ahri's going to go ahead and teleport back to the bot lane, so they won't lose too much more. They shouldn't lose the inhibitor. The turret will go down, but this is Baron for Baggy Pampers. Surely, Black Mage, surely this is what they needed to crack this game open and potentially end it.
100%, and the worst news is that Glacier, or rather Gaming Lord, did not get his Guardian Angel prop.
Nope. Reset and come back out for the drag. Do they even reset?
Yeah. I don't think you reset. I think you go straight there, but it looks like they're trying to. And if you're on the side of Silvermaids, you need to identify this immediately and start positioning
They just lost his drag. They just lost his drag. They're not going to have a chance. Oh no! Oh
they
no!
Caught him!
Oh no! Baby Josh, that's not what you wanted. That wasn't the place to back. They've absolutely lost this drag. This is going to be drag soul for Silvermaids. Yes, they've lost quite a bit of their base, but there's almost no way you fight this. The Karma,
that's all of your disengage.
Not the most damage built into that Karma. Not necessarily the most healing, but the shielding is a huge important part of that. How do they win the team fight without this? Black Mage, Silvermaids. Oh, you win it by getting on top of Lucid. Can they kill him before the Stand United comes out? No. The shit is
bad. This is so bad.
This is going to be the drop of the drag. Sorry, the drop of the jungler. He's dead. What else can they do though? It's 5v3. It's Glacier onto the back line. The GA won't even matter if you get killed. He's dead though. Gaming Lord has managed to salvage it. Silver will die though. It's a 1v2 Silvermaids though. Oh, the timers. That's
you
the
kill
GA
him, you win the game.
You kill him, you win the game. The death time response
they need to push mid now.
So long. They may not be able to end the game, though. They're just going to go straight to drag. They can't end the game because they don't have enough minions, and they don't have the tower. There's no way they can get from there to the base in time, but they absolutely can get the drag soul.
Yeah, you're right. I think if the bot lane had been pushing a little bit harder, they could have tried to push through bot and end the game. But with the Please Investigate and Baby Josh up, it's just a little too risky. You run the risk of Please Investigate getting a nasty charm into a kill, and that just really kills your game plan. They'll settle with Soul.
Yeah, there's just no way for them to end the game, but a fantastic team for them. I mean, it was an overcommit onto Dimps, but Shin still on that top side. They want to fight for this Elder. It is up in about 50 seconds, but meanwhile, their base is being destroyed. Silvermaids, they're just going to run mid. They're not even worried about it. Like, hey, you're way too early to this objective. They've been a massive miscall for BP. They're going to try and get this, but can they get back to the base fast enough?
It's risky. I think you might... Oh, they're already on the towers, but Please Investigate's able to counter.
That's 1 down, but it's still 4 alive. That's the paranoia on the
that's
tower.
not where you want to be.
Oh, Silvermanes, this could win you or lose you the whole game. As it's stasis for please investigate. The Baron, it's not enough to do the damage. They're trying to see if they can damage the Nexus, but it's not. The Elder Dragon doing so much work, and now it's Dimps. Surely the next to fall. Polaris used to stand united to buy him a little bit of time. Dimps in the backline wants to try and do something. He's dead. Dimps the next to go. They will have to clear the Baron minions out. Sorry, the powered minions out. But can they admit the death timer is so long? Oh, they want to try and end this. They just want to protect a couple minions. They are making the call to go for this. This is how you win or lose a game. They're going to try and just straight up damage the towers, damage the next where all the members can get up. This is win or lose. Right now, this is win or lose. Paranoia on top of multiple. Caitlyn hitting the base. This is it. Silvermanes, they've lost it all. They pushed it and they lost it. BP win the series.